your initial course, and then also how to input the course details. So let's go ahead and get started so you can have a peek at what this looks like. Again, you were at home, you went over to professional learning, and then on the left-hand toolbar, you're going to click on Build, and that's going to bring you to your class's homepage here, your dashboard. All right, so let's just dive in how to get started. So the first thing that you're going to do when you're creating a course is you're going to click on this little blue button here, Build Course Section. We're going to talk about sections in another video. This is a little different than what we have experienced in the past. So we're going to click on Build Course. And once you click on Build Course, it's going to give you an option for what kind of course that you want to choose. Probably if you're building courses for your school, etc., 90% of the time you're going to do an instructor-led course. If it's some kind of a hybrid course where it's like watch a video first and then you're going to come and attend this class with a live person, then that's still going to be an instructor-led class. Self-paced courses, these are ones like what you might find in Canvas. And so where the content is already there, it's pre-built, and whoever the learner is going to go into this course and they're just going to work their way through at their own pace. And so that would be, that kind of course is what you would select here. Now, PLC at the bottom here, this is one we are not going to open up yet. This is an opportunity within PowerSchool to be able to have discussion boards and to have different pieces that happen within this particular tool. And so this is like tabled on the back burner for another time. So you're going to choose one of these two options. Most likely you're going to choose the instructor-led course. All right, let's go ahead and continue. You're going to need to know the title of your course. So I don't know, I have so many test courses out there right now. So we're going to go ahead and put the title of that course in. Now you're going to click on the little selection arrow, the down arrow, and you're going to choose the school that you're building this course for. If you happen to be building a course and it's going to be district-wide, or if there's something with this course that's going to be beyond just your school, then you're going to want to choose a different option such as learning and teaching, which is probably, so it's probably going to be either your school or you're going to go with learning and teaching. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. The course provider, this is a default already. So when you click on the down arrow, it's not going to give you anything. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and create. This builds the shell of your course. And so now you have started in this process. It is here for you and ready to go. Anytime from this point forward, you don't have to save anything at this point. It's going to save it all for you right now. But if you want to go back to your draft courses or to that dashboard we just were at, you're going to click on this little button here. Now you're going to notice once you have created the shell for your course, you have all of these options that now appear on the left-hand side of your screen. We're going to walk through those options individually in individual videos. And so this first video is going to be on the course details. Now, underneath this video, when you went to the Google site and clicked on this video, underneath there is going to be a link to this form. And this is a form that has all this information on it for you so that you just come in here and you enter the information. So if you're building a course for somebody in your building, if you're building a course for an administrator in your building for somebody else, you're going to want to make sure that they have given you a copy of that document. Otherwise, you're going to get here and you're going to just be going and bugging them back and forth about all this information you need to have. So make sure that they filled that out, either handwritten or they can do it online and just get it to you. And then you're going to add that information into this document, into PowerSchool right here. All right, so let's get started. First of all, the course number, this is automatically generated. You don't have to worry about that. The course title, this populated from when you built the course, but you can go in and change it or add to it if you need to add to it later. Just a side note, the course detail, the more details that you can give in the course title, the better it's going to be to make it a little bit easier in this system. So if you're doing professional development for the school year, if you're doing staff meetings or whatever you're putting in here, you're going to want to be really specific, like put the year in there or put something that really identifies it, because otherwise it's going to get lost in this system with other ones that have that same title. So put the name of your school, put the date, put specific details in the course title. All right, course description. And let me just show you real quick. So these are these little toolbars across here, content editors. These are pretty similar to anything that you're going to find. So if you want to change the style, the size of the text, you can just click on all that, and you can make that happen right here within your content editor. If you want a link, so let's say there's a course description that is built on a Google document or something like that, you can put a link in here. And then once you put it in there, if you don't like that being in here, this button will be highlighted, and so then you will be able to unlink it once you have a link in there. And then you can add an image as well if you would like. So that's for all of these boxes. So you're going to enter the course description. You're going to enter the learning objective for the course. And now we want to talk just for a couple minutes about the clock hours, because this can be a little bit confusing with our new system. So you're entering a course, and within this course, if for the most part, you're going to be looking at general clock hours. We don't offer continuing ed course hours. We don't offer semester credit hours, quarter credit hours. We don't enter all of those. So you're really going to be focused on general clock hours. And this might be for leadership clock hours. It might be for STEM clock hours. It might be for equity. It might be for paraeducator clock hours. And the FCS, the paraeducator FCS, this is through human resources. And so these are the basic courses that they offer for brand new employees. And so you won't be using this one either. All right, so if this course is for general clock hours and it is for 15 hours total, you're going to put in that it's for 15 total hours. And you're just going to put that again in this center column. Now, let's just say, for example, that you are entering a course and this is actually for equity clock hours. You'll go ahead and check equity. You're going to put how many equity hours this is for. And as you continue on down here, you're going to see different options for different things. So on this particular one, if this is not for STEM hours because we clicked on equity clock hours. So what you're going to do, because these are required, anytime you see that little box there, this is not STEM. So you're just going to click on not STEM. You have to make sure that you do that. And then down here, you're going to put NA if this is not for STEM. So you have to have both of those on here or it won't let you proceed. We're going to continue to move down, and now you have equity. So this is where we did indeed pick the equity standards. So hopefully whoever filled out the form for you has filled out this information for you. So you can go ahead and check the correct box. And then what you're going to do is, again, this is, you don't have to worry about this. A course survey, we have a professional learning survey that's going to go into here, or you can click none. Okay, and then you're going to continue on down. If you want to attach a file, again here, the one at the top was the course description, but let's say there was some further information that was given beyond a course description. That's where you would attach a file here. Let's say it was, please read this article before you come to class. And then you can attach that file right here. So if there's anything that the instructor would like to have as attached to this class, they're going to want to make sure this is where you're going to want to attach it. Now, this includes certificate. This, we aren't using this right now. This would be, hey, you completed the course and here's your certificate. That's just like one of those things you could print off and hang on your wall or something. It has nothing to do with the earning of the clock hours. So for right now, we are not checking that box. Okay, now as you continue to go down, a couple more things that you're going to need to know about this course details is registration settings. We're going to talk about sections in a minute, but if this is a course where, let's say that you're having, you're putting together a course and you have certificated and you also have paraeducators both attending this, and you want to offer certificated hours and you want to offer paraeducator hours separately, you're going to make a section for each of those. And so then you would click on this box because you want your certificated staff to fill out their certificated section, and you want your paraeducators to fill out just theirs. You don't want them to pick both, because you don't want them to earn double hours for going to the same thing. So for the most part, I think you won't use this very often, so just leave it unchecked. But I wanted to let you know and give you an example of what that would be used for. Okay, enforce prerequisites. Right now, we're not going to mess with prerequisites. If you were doing something, a really in-depth class where they needed to have taken 2 other courses before they could take this one, then you would want to put prerequisites in. But for right now, just leave that blank. Don't worry about that at all, because we don't want to worry about that. Okay, and then down here, the last one, allow participants to enroll in multiple sections of the same course. So again, let's go back to, let's say you're doing at your staff meetings, you were doing some training on PLC work. And so you had different sections outlined for each of the different meetings throughout the school year. And so there would be a different section. Again, we'll get to this soon if this doesn't make sense to you, but there will be a different section created for each day that you're having your meetings, and that would all fall under this main class. And so in this case, you would want to allow participants to enroll in multiple sections, because you would want them to be able to enroll in each of the different meetings that they're going to have throughout the school year. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. If not, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or to Sherry Erickson. And then one more thing before we move on to the next piece. At the bottom, you're going to notice there's Submit Course. You are not ready to do this yet. So let's just don't click on anything unless it's a solid blue, because otherwise it's going to put a whole bunch of extra steps in there for you and for everybody else involved, because then it will start the approval process when you're not ready for that yet. So just make a note of that. Click on solid blue. Don't click on the ones that don't say solid blue yet. You will submit your course at the very end. So there's that piece down there. And then in the top right-hand corner, I also want to draw your attention to a couple of things. You see these 3 dots right here? This is where we're going to talk later, but I want to show you where it is, where you can copy a course. If you want to copy, there are times where, for example, I offer the Ditch, that textbook summit every single year. And so I would come into this course and I could just copy it, and then I just make the changes that I need for that year. Instead of having to redo the entire course, I can just copy it. Okay, but that's here. If you make a mistake and you're like, oh, I want to scrap that whole thing, you can click on this delete button. It will delete this course. Or once you're finished and you're like, I want this thing done, it's been over and done with, this is where you would archive that course. Okay, and then this little I button over here, when you click on this, this is going to give you some real quick information about the course. So let's say you forgot what the course number was and you want to advertise this to people. Hey, click on, I want you to go out and make sure you register for course 10066. This will give you that number in case you forget what that number is or where it was. And then this little button right here, this is one you're going to really want to pay attention to. This is approval history. The reason why I call your attention to this is because once you have submitted this, it goes through an approval process. Now, this approval process, if you are submitting this at your building, then it goes to your building administrator for approval first, and then it comes to the district office, where it goes through several layers of approval at the district office before your course is approved to be offered out to your staff. And so you're going to want to come back and check on this occasionally, just to make sure this is progressing at a pace that you need it to. So just in case your building administrator maybe missed the email that said, hey, can you go in and approve this course? You can take a look a couple days later and see, oh, it still hasn't been approved. I may need to go say something. We are asking that everybody give 2 weeks. Put this in the process, in the system, 2 weeks before your class starts, so that we can make sure that there's plenty of time to get to the right people for approval. So 2 weeks, because we cannot offer this course until it has been officially approved. So this approval history, this will show you once you have submitted the course, it will show you where where it is in the process. And anywhere you are within the system, you're going to see this I right here. You can always click on that, and that's where it will always be there. Okay, so that was maybe a lot for this video, but that is the biggest piece of this is probably these course details. And so, and then again, you can go back here. You can go back to your draft courses. This is your dashboard, your main dashboard. All right. In the next video, we're going to continue moving through the list here. So we're going to take a look at competencies. All right. And again, once you have finished with this, you can go ahead and click next, and it will take you to that next piece of the puzzle. Or you can go back to draft courses, and here you are. And then this is the course that we are working on. If I click on that, it's going to take me back here. And if I wanted to go to the next piece, competencies, I go here and say, oh, I don't want that. You can go back to course details, and there it is right there for you. So all of that information right here, course details, make sure that you click on that little button down below this video that gives you that form to have filled out. Put that somewhere where it's always accessible for you to send, to have available to people who are wanting to put together a course for you to enter for them. All right, thanks so much. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.